Yeah, we should be fine. I don't know
Cool.
what to do about the other. I don't know what to do about the other one.
Is there another one up? I've got the same one up here. I'm looking at my screen. It says,
Wow, the other one I can see yes on there. The other one, I don't know why it just says upcoming. I don't know.
cool. Anyway, yeah. So, sorry, guys, about that. Had a little bit of technical difficulties with YouTube and making sure that everything was going to work right. So, but now we're good. We've got it pulled up, ready to go now. So, welcome back. We're back again, Wednesday at 7. I feel like I say it every time. Wednesday at 7. Going to be kind of a different episode, kind of a cool episode. You know, the normal start with some Team USA stuff like we've been doing here the past couple weeks. There's been another signing, free agency signing. I think is a pretty big one. Re-signing, I guess, is what it was. And then we've got a couple things to end the episode. We have two different things, and one of those things being Wilkes came up with this game. I'll let him explain it a little bit more when we get on into closer to time when we do it. It's we're gonna build it. Like I know you guys seen on social media where there's just this person and they put like it's like playmaking ability of Chris Paul and shooting, and the right arm is Steph Curry's right arm because that's his shooting arm, and or like the athleticism of Giannis. And instead of us using actual NBA players, what we decided to do is we're going to use celebrities, and I think that'd be kind of cool to do that because hey, some of these celebrities. Can kind of hoop a little bit. And I know that also some of the celebrities, they may not be basketball players, but the category that we have them in describes them really well at what they're good at doing. And then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to draft fictional basketball players and build a starting five and also have a head coach. And then I'll have an owner slash GM as well. So anyway, so Wilkes, we were texting the other day, and you were kind of saying you're kind of in the dumps right now, man. What's going on with you?
Yeah, I'm about to put a cough drop in as we speak. I'm a little under the weather, but it's fine. I'll manage.
Hey,
Ain't
man,
nothing for me.
ain't nothing for you. Hey, it's that time of year. I had it there for a while too, where I just couldn't function and I felt like crap, and it's no fun. And but yeah, life's good. Life's good out here. We finished up our AAU season. Finished up our AAU season this past weekend. Kind of cool. Didn't end up winning the whole tournament, but that's okay. That's not the point. That's not the point, man. We had a good weekend, and the best thing was is I decided to because we got beat out in the final four, and I stayed for the final four was at 5 o'clock, and then the championship game was turned right around and played at 6 o'clock. So I kind of just hung out for a minute because I just wanted to watch a little bit of the championship game as well, just because I was there. Well, so be it. The game got cut off 5 minutes into the second half because uh, the coach was about to fight some of the fans. A coach was about to fight some of the fans. I'd never seen something like that in my life. Not just like arguing and stuff. Like he was ready to go over there and start hitting dudes, and I was just like, well, that's my cue to leave. One, I'll probably get my ass kicked, and two, I was laughing, and I was just like, oh, there's no point in being here anyway. So, but not a bad weekend. It was entertaining for sure. But anyways, let's get
You gotta
into it,
watch
man.
those AAU teams. They're feisty.
They're feisty, man. It's all about winning that meaningless, worthless piece of garbage trophy on Sunday in the single elimination tournament. It means absolutely nothing. But anyways, um, so let's talk Team USA and Olympics as a whole. I was watching I don't know if you watched the game or not against. Was it Brazil? No, I watched the last group game on Saturday. The first when they were playing Puerto Rico, the first. I watched the first quarter before I had to go to the gym for the AAU tournament, and we were down 30-25 at the end of the first quarter. I was like, "Oh god, there we go. It's gonna be one of those games, tight game." And then I checked the score later on in the day, and we ended up winning by like 20, 25 points. And that's like, well, it's just like proof, matter of fact, that we're the best. And then we come in and play Brazil here in the quarterfinals. I think it was yesterday. I didn't get to watch that game either, but I kind of I've got the stats pulled up here. Won pretty handily there as well. Final score was 122-87. Kevin Durant became the all-time leading, not just men's USA Olympian, but also women's. He has 435 career Olympic points. Correct? Yeah, that's what it says. That's what it says. I mean, that's crazy. And
That's a bad man.
Slim Reaper, the Slim Reaper. And the funny thing is this dude just took over the Olympic points record for Team USA, and they're still saying that LeBron is favored to win Olympic MVP or Olympic
So
whatever. And I
yeah,
was like, come on, he got to carry the flag. Stop blazing him and let him just. It's Kevin Durant's if he wants it.
you're talking about
Seriously,
the goat, Pat. The goat, the greatest to ever lay some luck, man. That's my
whatever,
MVP.
whatever. But anyway, so just a couple of the stats going down here. Devin Booker had a pretty good game. He had 18 points in 15 minutes. He was 5 for 7 from three, so pretty efficient there. Um, Davis, or no, sorry, Anthony Edwards was the second leading scorer with 17. Davis with 13. Durant with 11. Joel with 14. LeBron with 12 points and 9 assists. So that was the ones. That was the players in double digits. And looking down through here, you got Derek White with 5 points, 5 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 blocks. So doing all the dirty work. Drew Holiday ended up having 2 blocks as well. So those guys playing their role. And Jason Tatum, he didn't have a very good game, but that's another controversial.
Shocker.
That's another controversial topic. I know we talked about does Steve Kerr hold a grudge when Springer was on last time, and we kind of discussed that. No, but I think it's kind of crappy that he goes from not playing a minute that one game, and then since then he's been starting. Steve Kerr's afraid of the media, is what I'm hearing. Steve Kerr's
He's
afraid of the media.
starting, and you see how we've been losing the first quarter half these games. That's all I'm saying.
Oh man, the best thing is though, my gosh, I'm looking here. Bruno Caboclo, do you remember him? Do you remember that
Yeah,
name? He
yeah, I
played. He
remember.
played for Brazil. He gave us a 30 piece. He played for Brazil. And he gave us a 30 piece. I'm just now looking here, uh, but no. Going back to the Jason Tatum thing, did you see that Draymond Green called out Steve Kerr for not playing? I don't guess really called him out, but he said that it's ridiculous that one game he didn't get to play, and I'm sitting here like, man, Draymond, that's your coach, dude. That's gonna have some. I mean, it's not going to mean anything once they come back this season. But you're saying you pretty much told your head coach that he's a dummy, and I mean, it's just like I don't know. That's crazy. But anyways, good for them. They're playing good.
Where'd my boy go? Ah, I'm back. I'm McLean County Wi-Fi. Rough. I mean, and then I'll put you right back on. Well, there you are. Now we're good. Now we're
All
golden.
right, good, good. So Team USA's next game will be tomorrow at 2 o'clock. They're playing Serbia, man. Might end up being a tough game for them.
Jokic.
Jokic coming back for them again. They've been playing well. Serbia's been playing really well. They've especially when Jokic is on the floor, they're a lot better, obviously. But I think I watched them in their quarterfinal, or was watching highlights their quarterfinal game, and I think their last group play game, and I'm like, man, I think Serbia is taking that 3 spot for me. When we were talking about gold, silver, bronze, I'm like, I think Serbia has that edge on France right now. I still think Canada is the silver with the power that they have and the players that they have. They're silver, but I really think Serbia might be able to sneak in and get
Yeah.
that bronze medal. They could
Canada's
upset.
gone now.
Say it again.
Canada's gone.
They got beat.
Germany playing France, and we're playing Serbia. Yeah,
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure.
I did not know that.
I think France. They played Canada last game.
Wow. Okay. So us and France. France is going to slip that 2 seed. I think
Sleep,
should be us and France.
sleeping on Dennis Schroeder.
France going to take that. Oh yeah, Dennis Schroeder, Olympic Dennis Schroeder, great player, great player. And I mean, wow, I had no idea. I didn't look and see about the Canada thing. That's crazy. So good for them. So we're looking at a Team USA and probably Team France gold medal match, and then Serbia Germany bronze medal match. So I'm gonna say Serbia. Serbia might end up taking that bronze home. Good for them, man. Did you get to watch the 3v3 team, the 3v3 gold medal match?
I saw the end of it. I saw it on Twitter.
I watched that game. It's so that 3v3 thing is it's so volatile because you score and you don't. It's not like you come back and check it up and you play, or it's not make it take it or anything like that. It's team scores, other team gets it, you bring it out of the 3-point line, and you have 12 seconds to score. It's just like so quick and fast paced, and it was fun to watch. And they had to go to overtime, and it's the first 2 points in overtime wins it. It was France and who was it? The Netherlands. Um, and the Netherlands got ball first. They didn't score. France comes down. They did the smart thing and just took 1 point. And then the Netherlands, one of their players, was like, "I'm winning this freaking game right now," and shoots some fadeaway a three, but it only counted for two from like 5 or 6 feet behind the 3-point line and drains it over 2 people. I'm just like, that was crazy, man. It's cool to watch for sure. The Olympics are pretty fun. They've been pretty interesting to watch this year. My favorite so far, I think I was texting you about this once the first time. Handball, man. Handball is freaking awesome. Handball
is nice.
It is awesome. It's basketball and soccer put together, and like the ball movement, and you can sit there and run plays and stuff. I'm sitting there watching, I'm sitting there watching some of the plays, and I'm like, you know what? I could run that for my basketball team. And they move the ball better than any basketball team I've ever watched, other than the Spurs. I mean, it was it's pretty cool. And obviously, Team USA as a whole, the United States as a whole, they're running. There for a while, China was #1 in gold medals, but now I think we're 5 or 6 up on them in gold medals now, and then we're, I think, double digits in silver and bronze over second place with most silver and bronze. So domination for
I
sure.
saw something the other day. Handball is one of like the only 5 sports U.S. has never won a medal in.
Really? Oh yes, I seen that on Instagram Reels. It was handball was one that they never won. In table tennis, we've never won it in it.
Rhythmatic
Yeah, something
gymnastics or something like that.
Yeah, something that really. Jay, gymnastics are pretty cool. I've been watching that, and that stuff that they're doing is like I don't even have a thought. I don't even know the first step in order to become or even to be able to try anything that they do. Or I don't even know the first step of the basics of what they do. So this is some of the best time of the year, other than like March Madness or the Super Bowl or the NBA Finals and stuff like that. This is the best time for sports just dealing with because you can see all this new stuff and it's great. It's great, but we all
I swear
know.
we can make a dirty handball team. Like if the U.S. wanted to make a dirty handball team, we could put some guys out there.
I mean, yeah, we've got great athletes. I mean, we've got the guys that play soccer. We just got. I mean, yeah, probably, maybe. So, I guess we'll see. Pretty cool. Uh, I don't know what's going on right now. Volleyball is always fun to watch, so I know I'm kind of rambling on right now. But yeah, dude, it's freaking awesome. The Olympics are great. Love it. Wish it was more than just every 4 years, but then if we did it every year or every 2 years, then it wouldn't be as great. So, Team USA rocking it strong so far.
Boy, shout out. Hobbs giving a shout out to Evan Fournier. Evan Fournier is a dog in the Olympics. I saw that the other day. Him being the net for handball, ain't nobody scoring a goal if he's in the net. That's all I'm saying.
He's got the wingspan out there. Well, could you imagine somebody trying to block his throw or whatever you're calling? I mean, he's just gonna reach around him and just do like a little wraparound and just score on him every time. But yeah, freaking great. No, man. It's freaking awesome, but cool.
All right.
Yeah, that's great. Olympics.
All right. Olympics, we're going to get
let's do the big signing today. Or was it no, it was today. Or was it yesterday?
Oh, my boy Lori. That was earlier today.
Yeah. Lori Marketing, get the bag.
Deserves every bit of that contract.
Great son, great person to bring back. Lori Marketing. I mean, he was on the trade. People were throwing offers for him and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, he pretty much told the Jazz that I want to be here. This is where I want to be. So Danny Ainge found the money and the assets to be able to do that. He signed a 5-year, $238 million contract extension, and he'll be ineligible to be traded. So, I guess he's not going anywhere. And that'll pretty much round up their roster completely, or really. Anybody that's going to see this, they're still going to struggle this year. Let's just be serious. I think they can maybe with the roster that they have. I mean, they're going to have their top 6 guys, and then maybe a 7th or 8th guy come along, maybe on into the season. I mean, right now you've got John Collins, Laurie Markkinen, Walker Kessler, Colin Sexton, Keontae George, Jordan Clarkson. I mean, those are your top guys. That's what. 1, 2, that's 6. That's your top 6 guys right there. They're going to be big. They're missing that. They're missing that 3 guy. They're missing that 3 guy right now. I mean, they're starting small forward per their roster right now. It's probably going to be Cody Williams, and I think it's going to take some time for him to really grow into that NBA player. Unless they're going to run small, and go Sexton, Clarkson, George, Markkinen, Kessler with Collins off the bench, or I guess they can go big and run, because a lot of times they like to bring Clarkson off the bench, and they can go Sexton, George, Collins, Markkinen, Kessler. So pick and choose. They're not very deep right now. That's what they're going to lack this year is their depth from the bench. but that's okay. They're young. They're
Hey,
they're
that
doing.
Jazz home court advantage is different. I'm telling you. I've got a method. If the Jazz are losing by like 5 at home in the fourth quarter, they never lose. I don't know why.
Feed Jordan Clarkson.
Their home crowd is absolutely insane. Jordan Clarkson is the clutchest player alive.
I can promise you right now that Jordan Clarkson is going to shoot 20, 25 times a game, and um, he might only hit 8 or 9 of those shots. But I promise you that at least half of those shots that he makes that game is going to, and if it's a tie game, are going to be when it's time they have to go in. I don't get it. It's just he's just stud like that. Hobbs just saying Collins at the 3. Yes, I know. I understand. Collins at the 3, that's terrible. He doesn't need to be there. John Collins, he needs to come off the bench. I do agree with that. It's just, I don't know. I think they will. I think they will go Cody Williams. They almost have to. But I'm afraid that I'm a big Cody Williams fan. Utah Jazz was my pick for best draft, or one of my 2 picks for best draft from this time around. And Cody Williams is going to be an NBA player. He's got the offensive ability, the offensive skill, and he's also a pretty solid defender like his brother. It's just I think he still has some growing to do. First of all, in the weight room, that's the first thing. His physicality is not up to par yet, and his offensive game right now is he's a 3-level scorer, but his consistency from all 3 levels is hit or miss. I mean, he had those games at Colorado that he's shooting 60% from the field, maybe shooting 35 to 40% from 3, which is great. But then I'm pretty sure he'd also have those games, this is everybody. I'm pretty sure he'd also have those games where, he's shooting 35 to 40% from the field and maybe only going, 2 for 7, 2 for 8, 2 for 9 from 3. And to be an effective person at his build and his stature, he's going to have to be able to score at all 3 levels. But the physicality of being able to score at all 3 levels, I think he's a couple steps behind there against professional basketball players. So we'll see. I think the Jazz could. I think right now they're probably projected. I'm gonna say a 12. I think they're gonna finish 12th. Maybe 11th. I think they'll miss the play-in. Because below them, I don't really know who to be below. They might drop. I think they're between 11 and 13 is where they're going to finish at this year. So, but hey, they've got their franchise face back on contract for a longer contract. So a more
well worth every penny of it.
A more secure contract. So good for them. Glad to see Laurie getting paid, and that's great. So other than that, that's all the player talk, Olympic talk that we have. So we're going to kind of get into these fun games. I kind of told Wilkes we'll kind of keep this on the. We're not just going to run through these picks by any means. We're going to give some explanations, but as the episode as a whole, we're going to try to keep it as short as possible. As short as possible, since he's not feeling very well, we got to let him get to bed and stuff. And
so I can go take some medicine and go to bed.
That's right. And that's all right. So, but anyways, yeah, let's get into your little segment here, man. I'll let you explain more in depth. I kind of previewed it. I'll let you explain more in depth what you have for us and what we did and how it's going to work.
Yeah, I got you. So basically, we're building our best basketball player we can, but their physical traits and basketball traits, we're picking different, I guess, kind of celebrities that we have to take facets from them and use them to build this player. So it should be interesting, to say the least. I know a few of these. I had to dig deep to try to even think of anything.
So, do you have a certain order you want to go in, or you just want me to go with how I've got it wrote down here? And we can go. It's like a draft, right? We're gonna go back and forth. We can
We'll
do
go
the same
like-
draft or just back and forth.
Yeah, we'll go like back and forth.
Okay.
We'll just go back and forth. The way I've got it laid out is frame, athleticism, playmaking, ball handling, shooting, IQ, and then defense. But
So frame, athleticism, playmaking, ball handling. Say the next one.
shooting,
IQ, defense, and I've got longevity. I added longevity.
oh yeah. I got that too.
Good deal. All right, let's
But
get
yeah,
into it.
we can start whenever. I'm ready.
Cool. All right, so for build frame, I put build/frame, same thing. I'm going for some size, like height-wise size, and some length, man. This dude is going to be long. I mean, he might have to hit the weight room a little bit, but hey, we see this with Wembanyama. I mean, he's long, lanky, athletic, has great reach, good wingspan, and that I think stuff like that. Really translates into game with that length. And my frame is Snoop Dogg, man. And I'm gonna give you a backstory here. I'm taking Snoop Dogg, and I was sitting there. I don't know if you were watching. It was after. I think it was after practice one night. When I got home, I turned on the Olympics, and Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart were on talking and stuff. And I was just sitting there watching that, and by the end of it, I was looking when they kind of zoomed the camera out, and they were showing like that you could see all of Snoop. And I'm like, holy shit, dude, he's tall and he's long. Like it's a waste of height. It's a waste of height and length right there, man. So that's why I'm taking Snoop, man. Looks a lot like Victor. Looks a lot like Wemby, man. So I'm Snoop as my build.
I like it. Hopefully, they don't drug test him, but I'd say he should be fine. For my frame, I kind of went the same mindset. I was thinking, Wendy's the future of the NBA. That's what everybody's wanting, is this big, just humongous player out on the court. So I thought of the biggest guy I could. And so I'm taking Andre the Giant's frame. 7'4". He's basically Wemby, but he's thick. He's a big boy. You don't want to see him in the post. Well, I know.
I can already see where this is going. When I was asking like how serious we wanted to do this and like what people, I can already see where this is going. It's gonna be another one of. It's gonna be another one of the where we drafted iconic moments of players, and I'm taking flu game Jordan and 100-point Wilt Chamberlain, and you're taking Taiwan, Dwight Howard, and Jordan Clarkson when there's baddies on the sideline. That's great pick, dude. That's freaking awesome. Okay, next up we have athleticism. So for my athleticism, we were talking about celebrities. My first mind and the way that I went with it is like, what's an actor? I went with an actor that does a lot of stunts. I mean, yes, it's the stunt dude that's doing them technically, but that's not what it shows in the movie. So for my athleticism, this dude, I mean, he's just all over the place doing flips and I mean, bouncing off walls, like high kicking the bad guys, kneeing bad guys in the nose. I'm taking Jackie Chan for my athleticism, man. Jackie Chan.
He is a very athletic man. I mean, I definitely wouldn't get in a tussle with him. I know that. I wouldn't want my player. Andre the Giant better stay away.
Oh man, yeah. Athletic, versatile. Jackie Chan's versatile, man.
I agree.
Who you got? Who
I
you
like
got?
it. Um, I kind of went this. I kind of went the same route, I guess. Um, I was thinking, you know, I have a 7'4" behemoth. What would make him scarier? And I was thinking, what if he was just basically a gymnast? So I took the athleticism of Simone Biles.
Nice pick, dude.
We're gonna
Hey,
have
and
Andre the
that's
Giant out there.
it's a great pick, dude. Hey, watching the stuff that she was doing, I don't even know. She competes in so many different things. Whichever one I was watching that she won gold in, and as soon as she was done with the performance, she knew that she won gold. I'm just like, I don't have a chance, dude. I don't have a chance. So that it's like that's what it takes to be an Olympian.
I agree.
I mean, no chance from this end of the spectrum for sure. So, anyways, all
Can you
right.
imagine Andre the Giant doing some backhand flips?
No, no, I can't. That's the point. That's the point, I guess, is that I can't. Oh man, that's great. All right, playmaking right here. Dude's a freaking dog, dude. And this guy's making passes. He plays ball on the side. I mean, he kind of does some pickup stuff. The passes that he makes, his ability to play make, like the videos that I've seen him do, it makes me think of. I don't know if you've seen the Dream Team Dream Team documentary where Magic's talking about him, and he goes, "Yeah, and I'm coming down the floor, and I'm doing that hee hee thing, like making the pass and stuff." And this is what I think of when I see Adam Sandler's playmaking. Adam Sandler's playmaking is, I mean, he's a hooper, dude. I mean, the passes that he makes, you go and watch him. Go and watch his film. Go watch him play pickup. He's making some high level professional player basketball passes. No look passes. I mean, finding the open dude. So I'm taking Adam Sandler for my playmaking.
I like it.
So,
I like it. We went a little different routes on this one. Um, when I was thinking about playmaking, I was thinking, I want somebody that can fire up his teammates. I want a good leader. I want somebody that sees the game, I guess. Just somebody that can get the ball where it needs to be. And so, with that being said, I want the playmaking of Martin Luther King because he had a
nice.
dream and he started a
Nice.
revolution. And that's a leader we need in my man.
Very good. I like that. That's cool. You should have went with Donald Trump. But anyways, no, I'm kidding. Oh man. Oh man. Good pick, man. I like that. I like that. All right, ball handling. I don't know if you've watched the NBA Celebrity Game. So I kind of, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of struggled with this one. I couldn't really think of like who should I put in who should I put in this category. And I didn't know if I wanted to be like extremely serious about it or if I wanted to kind of get like a funnier one in there. So with struggling with it, it took me forever. I left it blank forever and finished up the rest of my list. And so I ended up going the more serious route. I don't know if you watched the NBA Celebrity Game, but I took Quavo, man. I don't know if I mean he's going out there in a celebrity game. I mean he can handle the ball. I mean he's cooking, dude. I'm serious. He can go out there and just absolutely cook this. I was gonna go Kevin Hart just because he's just an NBA celebrity game connoisseur and just like all star, Hall of Famer, whatever you want to call it. But Quavo, man, he goes out there and he just straight cooks this. Like he might be able to handle the rock just as good as Kyrie and Crawford and all those guys. But you know, Yeah, so I went with Claypool there.
I'll tell I'll tell you who has the handles of Kyrie.
Oh,
When I was thinking of ball handling, um, I was thinking, I mean, this person is probably the best in their field at what they do. I would say they're at their top of their game. Um, for my ball handling pick, I went with no other than Riley Reed. I mean, you want to talk about having the game in the palm of your hand. I mean, one of the nastiest between the some of the nastiest between the legs work. She can go behind the back, in and out, stop and go. It's basically Kyrie Irving. That's all I'm saying. And you gotta get familiar with her game. I mean, between the legs is nasty. That's all I'm saying.
Oh man, I didn't believe you just went there. You're gonna get us canceled, man. Hey, great pick. I love it. That's a great pick. It's a lot. I guess it's a lost art, isn't it?
Hey, it's a lost art. They don't make them like her. That's all I know.
Oh my gosh. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna get recomposed here and just break down and um, evaluate what you just said there. But great pick. Great pick. We're just gonna leave it at that. We're just gonna leave it at that. Oh me. All right, let's move on to shooting, man. Let's move on to shooting. I don't even want to know where you're going with it this time, but I'll let you go ahead. I drafted the first four. I'll let you draft the next four first.
All right. When you think of a good shooter in the NBA, Pat, let's be honest. White guys are only in the NBA to shoot the ball for the most part.
Look good.
They're out there splash. So I took the whitest guy I could think of. And with that being said, I took Little Dicky. Little Dicky, whitest guy I could think of. I'm sure he's got a strap on him. He played in the celebrity game.
Good pick.
I know he's got it in him.
I like that pick. That's a good pick. Nice pick. Okay, for my shooting, this guy right here does, because there's video proof of this guy having an absolute clip on him and can shoot from anywhere on the floor and is just as consistent as Steph Curry. And I mean, he went out there and played. I mean, he used to hustle playing horse. He used to hustle playing horse, man. And he was out there shooting with Onescu, the WNBA player, there for a little bit. I'm taking Jason Sudeikis, man. He is a flat out bucket, man. He's a lefty too. Lefties are great shooters, man. Lefties are. It's a proven fact that lefties are better shooters than right-handed players. And Jason Sudeikis is an absolute freaking bucket. He's for my shooting.
I like it. You need those fundamentals out there.
Absolutely.
What do I have next? IQ.
Yeah.
For my IQ, I mean, why not take one of the smartest guys to ever exist? I mean, he found gravity. You're telling me he found gravity? He can't know how to put the basketball in the rim? That's basically gravity. So with that being said, I want Isaac Newton for my IQ pick.
It's almost. it's gravity's a part of putting it in the basket, but that's fine. Isaac Newton, great pick, man. Great pick. Great pick.
Mm-hmm.
All right, for my IQ right here, I kind of went from a strategic kind of like planning type of person. This guy right here, he was able to plan pranks and sell paper, and he's just a great person. He was really smart, quick on his feet. He never finished second. And he never finished second. He always was one step ahead of somebody. Oh, I'm changing my pick. I'll tell you. I'll tell you who it was gonna be. But this is a fictional. It's a fictional guy. Hmm. Hmm. Well, I'm going with who I was originally. All right. Since we're not doing fictional, for this one, I'll keep my pick, but I'm going to give you who I would like to pick. But the person I went for IQ, I was saying great prankster, very strategical with his pranks. That's John Krasinski. Went like for Jim Halpert when he was at the office, pranking Dwight all the time. So I went with John Krasinski right there. But once I started talking about it there for a second, we're talking about a guy that's staying one step ahead of everybody because he's just flat out smarter and has the resources over everybody. Raymond freaking Reddington, dude. That's who I want to like. Raymond Reddington. I know he's fictional from the Blacklist, so I mean, but so we'll just stick with
He is
John.
one step ahead at all times.
Always, if not two. But anyways. That's who I'm going with, John Krasinski for my IQ. Smart guy. He has a degree from Brown, so he's an Ivy League graduate. So
I agree. That's a great pick. He is a very smart man.
very smart.
For my defense, I wanted someone. I'm thinking Andre the Giant 7'4" frame. We don't really need a lot of defense down low. He can help that out himself by being 7'4". So I wanted somebody with quick hands. That's the quickest hands in the world, Pat? Floyd Money Mayweather. Can you imagine Floyd Mayweather's hands from Andre the Giant? I mean, he's getting 30 steals a game.
I like that pick. That's a great pick. That's good stuff right there. I didn't go with, as far as the quickness, I didn't go that direction for defense. I went with a big part of defense, in my opinion. I mean, you got to be able to obviously know the fundamentals of defense. You got to have, a little bit of quickness, good footwork, good lateral movement, and then obviously defensive IQ as well. But another part of defense is intimidation. Intimidation is a big part of defense. If you're out there and if you know that you have the other team where you want them defensively, and you're controlling the game, and you're controlling the pace, and you're controlling the tempo, and all that great stuff, then you know that you have an upward advantage of winning the game. And so intimidation plays a big part of defense. So my defensive attribute, who I went with, was Sylvester Stallone. Man, like he just screams. He just screams intimidation, and he just screams like, "Hey, I'm a freaking badass, dude." And so that's why I went with him for my defensive side.
Yeah. I would be very intimidated if Sylvester Stallone was guarding me. I would probably run.
Oh man! All right, longevity.
For my last pick, the longevity. I went, somebody that's. I feel like they've been in the world forever. Like, I mean, this has to be one of the oldest people in the world, in my eyes.
Okay.
And he has a good following. Everybody loves him. That maybe that's why he's been here so long. But I want Samuel L. Jackson. Maybe
Hey,
he can
good
have his
pick.
voice too.
Good pick. Ah, that's a great pick. I like that one. I kind of went, all right. I kind of went sort of the same route, but maybe just a little bit different. A guy, as far as longevity, like I went based on their career and what they, done for a living. It's actor, uh, comedic actor, comedian, and I've got two here actually, and I'm going to give you both because the way I base it off of kind of goes together. I based off their career, and we're just going to say, hey, if these two guys not together, it'll be their own. If these two guys had a movie coming out, had their own movie coming out now, and they've been doing it. Some actors early on in their career, then midway through their career, their most success, and then later on in their career, you kind of see they're not in bigger movies. They kind of people really don't invest in their movies as much anymore. But these two guys right here, if they're in a movie, I promise you, whether it's going to be good or not, you're going to watch it. And if somebody watches it before you and they come back and tell you that it's a terrible movie, you're still going to go watch it just because of who they are. So my longevity first was Will Ferrell, and then second was Matthew McConaughey. So if those two dudes have a movie put out today, next year, 3 years, 5 years down the road from now, I promise you they might be older in their career. I guarantee it, people will still watch it. That's my longevity.
Yeah, yeah. I would definitely go watch that movie.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So good deal, man. Good deal. So that was pretty cool. I like that. Like that little segment there. Um, so that wraps that one up, and now let's go with the kind of the flip side, the kind of the fictional side of things here. We kind of came up with this idea in this game, or I did right off the rip, kind of right before, I don't know, it was probably an hour before um, we had our stream here. So in this one here, we're going to draft the starting five. It was kind of difficult for me to, who I really wanted to go with at the end of the day. But anyways, it's a starting five of fictional people that it could be a basketball movie, or it could just be fictional people that were in a movie and they were playing basketball. It could be a TV series, and so we're going to draft the starting five, 1 through 5, and then we're going to do a head coach, and I also have an owner slash GM sharing the same role. So anyways, and we're not drafting like point guard first or shooting guard first. This is a free for all draft, man. Like you gotta strategically plan who you're gonna take first and next and next. So I'll let you go first, unless you want to do it the
I
other
think we
way where
might
we
have had
got
a little bit miscommunication here.
miscommunication. What do you mean?
I thought we were doing people like fictional people that didn't play basketball, which means you definitely ain't taking my players. I know that.
Okay, that's fine. Hey, that's fine, man. We'll just let you do just.
You still wouldn't beat my team. Oh, I know.
Oh my god. All right, let's hear your five then. Let's hear your five. Yeah. Unless you can like make up a five off the rip real quick.
Oh, my five of like the ones I have down.
Yeah, just go ahead. We'll just have two separate drafts here, man. You're drafting in your league, and I'm drafted in my league, I guess. So we're just gonna give your five. So
All right.
explain from your miscommunication. That's
Well,
great. Whatever. We'll give you a break since you're sick. So just name your five. Just name your five and your
bring it.
coach or whatever.
Well,
Yeah, you're really not taking
I
my
thought
players
this
there.
through pretty hard. No, I'm definitely I promise you, I'm definitely not.
All right, let's go. I'm curious. I'm curious now. I'm curious now. Let's hear what you have. I'm curious now.
Well, I knew this was I knew this was a weird subject that I was picking people off of. Um, at my point guard, I have a Sherlock Holmes because I was like, he's gonna be IQ is gonna be high. He's a natural born leader. He's gonna figure out the defense. I mean, he should be an easy point guard that's gonna come in and contribute for us.
Hey, I
Sherlock
like
Holmes,
this.
my point.
Maybe this is what I should have done as well. That's pretty okay. I kind of like that. Go ahead. Yeah, name your 5.
At my shooting guard, I wanted an energy player, somebody that's going to put the ball in the basket for us from long range. We need some shooting. So I took Yoshi, uh, little green guy from Mario. I've seen his work on Mario Kart. I was impressed. The little Super Sluggers game they used to have, he was a dog. I'm sure it translates. It's fine. At my 3, kind of weird you brought up Sylvester Stallone because I took Rocky Balboa, intimidation, a fighter on the court. He's going to be our go-to guy at the end. That's what we needed. At my, at my 4, I wanted a big body, an athlete. So I took the Crimson Chin because that's a big man. He's a he's an animal. He's gonna post fades are probably his game if I had to guess. He can probably spread the floor a little bit. He's got powers or something. I don't know what he's got, but it's been a while. But I like him at my 4. And then at my 5, we wanted the biggest body you could have, so we took the Incredible Hulk. We're just running a lineup of green guys out there with him and Yoshi, letting them eat. And for my head coach, I followed the same path. I wanted a wise, this is like Greg Popovich in my head, a wise man, the wisest of them all. We took Yoda to be our head coach to get the green still going through the blood. And I mean, that's a championship team, if you ask me.
Oh, man. That's good. I like that. Maybe that's how we should have done it. Oh, man. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So yours is going to be fun and funny. Mine's going to be a little bit more serious, I guess, per usual. But nice draft. Nice draft. That's pretty cool. What's your is the team name the Green Machine or something? The Green Machine, is that what you all are?
Yeah, we're the green monster at Fenway. That's all we are.
The Green Monster. Oh man, you're called the Green Monster. Your head coach is like 2 foot tall. That's great. All right, so for the more, I mean, they're fictional people, but I guess for the more serious draft of players, at my point guard, we're taking arguably the best point guard in point guard, just true born, natural leader, dude that knows how to make plays, came in and just absolutely changed this team's offense and defensive strategy, not even being the head coach. So my point guard from semi-pro, Ed Monix from the Flint Tropics. Ed Monix is going to run my 1 today. At my 2 guard,
Great.
Oh, great movie. Great movie. At my 2 guard, I took a guy, really fundamental guy, but knows how to score the rock. Doesn't miss a bank shot from where the 3-point arc and then the corner. You know how, I don't know if you're familiar with the basketball court, but from the corner before the arc starts, it's a straight line, and then it turns into the arc, and then it does a straight line again. From right there at that corner, right there at that, I don't know what it is, where those two lines meet. Lenny Fader from the Grown Ups never missed it, always banked it, except for the one shot because he felt bad for that family. Whatever, who cares? He should have made it.
Mm-hmm.
So Lenny Fader at my 2. At my 3, I needed somebody. I needed somebody that could absolutely fill it up and brings a little bit of flash to the team. Like first 2 guys are kind of those fundamental, do the little things, and not getting the publicity is not really coming out yet. But at the 3, I needed a guy that could fill it up, put up numbers, absolutely get a bucket. He's probably going to average 25 to 30 a game on this team, and he's going to bring the fans, he's going to bring the flash, he's going to bring the show. And that's Clarence Withers from Semi-Pro, Coffee Black, absolute dog. Just a showtime. It's showtime coffee right there, dude. Hopefully he doesn't leave my team like he did in the movie, but I will know that he'll come back anyway. So at my 4, I needed some length and also kind of a flashy guy. Um, but a little, and also fundamental as well. And I took Jim Halpert. Jim Halpert at my 4. He in the office, and I think it's the 5th episode of season 1 where they had the basketball episode, and he just gets out there and he sees Roy on the other side. He's like, so if I have a team, if we're going up against like his mortal enemy, if the other team is just against a dude that he absolutely doesn't like, I'm just gonna say, hey, just give him the rock. He's going to get a bucket. Jim Halpert at my 4. And then at my 5 spot at the center position, man, I have 2 options wrote down here. At my center position, I really couldn't decide. Both are big bodies, both are bigger dudes. And I ended up going, one of them, it would also have been another person from the office. So that's kind of why I decided not to go with them. Because, I mean, I already have one where I've got 2 from Semi-Pro. I didn't really want 2 from the office as well. But it was going to be Kevin Malone because, I mean, you've seen at the end of it all where he just comes out there by himself and is just left and right, make. But anyways, I decided to not do that. I decided to bring in a Shaq-type player, a dude that's going to absolutely freaking dominate the paint, going to be dunking all over everybody, not taking no for an answer, going to ending people's careers and everything like that. I'm taking the Orange Monstar from Space Jam. Absolute brute inside, and just a specimen of I don't even know, just the build, like he's just a hoss, man, a tank, a brick. So yeah, I had to go with him. For my head coach, I have options wrote down here because I just assumed that because I was going to let you draft first, and I would assume that you were going to take my guy that I had wrote down first. But since we went off the wrong train there, because I mean, who in the right mind doesn't take this guy to be your head coach? So I'll turn this into
drafted.
Yes.
I would have taken Coach Carter easily. Best basketball coach of all time.
Absolutely. Then that's who I have wrote down here is Coach Carter for my head coach. But all right, I'll just turn the other guy that I have wrote down here into my assistant. So Coach Carter at my head coach, I'll turn this other guy into an assistant because he's that hype guy. He's that dude that's going to get he's going to Coach Carter and this guy together. There's no way that these players aren't going to want to play for these guys. They're not going to want to, how you got to get the players. The coaches have to get the players to want to play for them. And these 2 guys put together, there's just no physical way. This guy doesn't have a basketball background, so that's why I like him at the assistant job. He's just another coaching figure and understands how to coach a team sport. So I'm taking Coach Taylor from Friday Night Lights, man. Natural born coach, natural born leader. Be a great guy to have in the locker room. Great guy to have in the locker room. I know he's a football guy, but I think he'll pick up on the basketball side pretty quick. So, and then finally, my owner. all right, I'll take since again you're not going to take my guys here. I'll have an owner, a GM, and my assistant GM as well because I have 3 guys wrote down here. This will be a trio. This will be a trio that will not be stopped. This trio will not be stopped. So at my assistant GM, I'm taking Billy Bean from Moneyball. Put that kind of. I just don't. He doesn't need to be in the spotlight because I mean the way that they were, him and Jonah Hill. I can't remember what his name was on the movie now, or who he played on the movie. Their way of going about drafting people, putting a team together, blah blah blah, by statistical numbers only, and going off of that, not just getting talent. You got to have talent numbers all together. That's why I guess I put Billy Bean at my assistant GM, just kind of being an idea guy, just being that second in command. And then at my GM, arguably the best draft day. That's the name of the movie. Best draft day performance of all time. Going all these picks around and everywhere, and turns it into this just freaking god squad. So I'm taking Sonny Weaver as my GM. Be a great guy to have up there in the front office to kind of put a team together for the whole. Great pick right there, Sonny Weaver. Great GM. And then finally, my owner, this guy right here, will get people in the stands, dude. This guy right here will get people in the stands. He'll have halftime performances that nobody has ever seen before. And I took a couple of his guys, had to keep a couple of his guys on the team. And being kind of like the creator, not the owner. I don't own the team. I just created the team. I told this guy that he can't also play and he can't also coach. He's got to pick one, and he decided to just stay owner of the team, and that's Jackie Moon. So that trio right there, and I believe that it's just absolutely unstoppable. I don't know. I don't think we'll lose a game.
I mean, you wouldn't beat my team of the Green Monsters, but y'all would have fight.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's great. So,
yeah, that was a great draft, Pat. I wish we were on the same wavelength.
I kind of like it. I kind of like it now that we weren't on the same page. I just put together just like a generational organization right there. Like that's just unstoppable. That's some of the most iconic fictional sports figures of all time. Of all time.
I agree. It was good. We'll get on that wavelength. Get it together, so we'll get it together.
That's right. Walter just said in the chat, Pat, have you been skipping the gym? You look small right now. No, dude. I'm at an all-time high right now. Weights are second nature to me right now.
I don't know if my boy Reed's in the chat. If he is, then just want to give a shout out to every team but the New York Yankees.
Yes, amen. Amen to that.
Literally any other team. I love everyone but them.
That's great. That's great. So, anyways, man, good deal. Good deal. So,
yeah, great episode.
Not bad. It's kind of different, kind of cool. I mean, we're getting stuff, and we get to do this fun stuff right now. A lot more of this fun stuff right now. While season's not going on, and when season goes up, I mean the vast majority of the episode will probably be more business talk, more player team talk, and yeah. So, and if you guys ever have any ideas of what you all want to hear on the pod here, you can just direct message us on Instagram, Facebook, X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Or you can just text one of us separately. I know a lot of the people that are listening are either we went to Murray together or got some hometown people from both of our from both of our places. So if you just want to text us separately, let us know, man. We'll be great. We'll be glad. We'll be glad to be able to get that stuff involved as well. And I believe that next episode, I might start putting some things together this week and kind of thinking of some ideas of how we can implement maybe, how these, we've been doing these different drafts and stuff. Maybe getting like instead of it being NBA, we could get some college basketball drafts going, maybe like iconic moments in college basketball draft and, you know, best teams. Do like we can do like we could do an NCAA tournament. I mean, we probably don't want to do all 64 teams. I mean, that would take a lot of research to find the 64 best NCAA tournament teams. We might be able to do like a 16 team or something like that. That'd probably be more reasonable. So, but anyways, man, yeah, we appreciate y'all again. Um, we hope to see y'all next week and let us know what y'all want to hear and like, follow, subscribe, repost, retweet, do all that great stuff. So we'll catch y'all next week.
I'm trying,
Can't teach it
trying to
all.
talk Riley Reed with Pat McAfee one day, so y'all get us spreading.
Oh,
you got a fly come across your shirt.
yeah.
All right, see y'all.